I made my dad choose between me and his new family. My father, 52, and I, 25 female, along with my 3-year-old Cocker Spaniel, Moxie, live in my mom's ancestral house that I inherited along with other assets when she died when I was 16 due to cancer. My father got married to his high school sweetheart a few months ago, while he was on a trip with his friends. Apparently they've been in contact for almost 2 years now. I was shocked, but it's his life, and if he's happy then I am okay with it. They moved in a week after the small wedding that I wasn't even invited to, since I had no idea that they were even dating, or that he was dating. She, my dad's wife that we'll call Steph, 51, came with a baggage, twin stepsisters, 20F, Lizzie and Lexi, fake names, and their 2 chihuahuas, Gucci and Hermes. They go to the state college nearby, and thought that it would save them money if they live here instead of paying rent, etc. My dad asked if it was okay, and he also stated that the house is big enough for us. 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a basement and a huge yard with a pool. To make my dad happy I said yes. Big mistake. First issue was the argument of me moving to a smaller room, since my room has the second biggest closest out of all the rooms in the house. She needed it to store all her luxury bags and clothes, etc. I said no. I told her it's been my room since I can remember, and she's not making me move when it's my house. My dad compromised with her that he'll give his side of the closet to her, while his things are in the other room. Second issue, the twins have this habit of barging into people's room without knocking, and that includes my office. I am currently working from home. Lexi walked in one time wearing a bikini looking for something while I was in the middle of a business meeting. She literally walked behind me where everyone could see her. I was pissed off and embarrassed. Third, their dogs are not potty trained and would leave poops and pee around the house, and the twins wouldn't even clean up after them. They're also very aggressive towards Moxie. I found Moxie one time with a scratch on her left eye where the other 2 dogs would usually nip at when they get the chance. Fourth, all the family photos in the house were removed and put in the attic without my approval. That includes my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my mother's family photo, my baby pictures, etc. I took my time to put them all back to where they belonged. This happened a few times. 2 days ago, Steph did it again, but this time she replaced them with her pictures, the twins and her family, etc. Steph and I had a heated argument about it. I told her that she can't do anything regarding the decorations, etc. in my house without my approval, and that her daughters should also learn how to knock on doors and have their dogs potty trained. She said that they can whatever they want in her house, and that she will be making up house rules that we will all follow, since she thinks I'm such a wild animal doing whatever I want, and that I was not raised properly due to having a bad, useless mother. I was livid. That's an understatement. I told her that she can pack her things along with her twins because I am kicking her out. She said that I have no right to kick them out from her house. I told her, and I quote, "Lady, you are living under my roof. This is my house. I inherited it from my mother, and right now you, your twins, and your dogs are trespassing. Get out before I call the cops." My dad got home early that day after Steph told him what happened. I told him my side of the story. He said that they're still getting used to the house and the move here was difficult for them. I told him about all the issues surrounding them, but he keep insisting that it's going to get better and that to just give them some time. I told him that I've put up with all their shit and I've had enough. Enough is enough. He was defending them more, taking their side. So, I told him that he can either move out with them or stay, and that he has until the end of the week. On Saturday night, I was supposed to have dinner with just my dad. Apparently a private discussion between father and daughter is a whole family affair, so Steph and twins were there. So to make the conversation quick and to end the misery, I stated that I spoke with Amy, my mother's lawyer, regarding the house and other legal issues, and she showed me all the documents my both parents signed. It was an agreement that they agree on what all was left each of them, and that they will not be contesting it in the future. So as per the agreement, my mom was awarded the house and she left the house for me. I also added that they have 30 days to find a place and move out. Steph tried to object, but Dad shut her down by saying that we can fix the issue, and that we can all go to family therapy, and that we just need time to get to know each other. I informed him that it's been months since they moved in, and not once did they try to be family, unless they needed something. I was so irritated. In a firm voice I told him enough is enough and asked him if he's going with them or staying, so I'll know which items he'll be taking. In the same instant he asked if I'm kicking him out to make me feel guilty, for which I told him I'm not. that he's free to choose to wherever he goes, but I told him that he should not expect me to keep in contact with him if he decides to leave. I think Steph was in confusion about the inheritance part of conversation. Asked why I'm kicking him out of his house. I told her that I inherited my house from my mother, and it was not his house. She said that he told her that I live with him. I guess she thought that I live with my dad in his house. Big misunderstanding on her part. Lexi argued that it's going to be hard to move since they're finishing up spring semester, and that finals are in a couple of weeks. I just smiled and said to better hurry and find a place. I left after that. Yesterday, Easter Sunday, I invited my boyfriend and his family and my 2 best friends over to celebrate Easter Sunday. My dad has been calling me and I didn't bother answering the call. He tried to invite me to spend the day with them. As far as I'm concerned, the only family I have right now are my 2 best friends, my boyfriend and his family. It was a good Sunday. We did some egg hunting and a few games and had a big dinner, which I haven't had in a long time. I felt right. Anyway, right now I'm finishing up on documenting everything that's worth over $500 in the house. I had a few people over to help document them. All locks have been changed. I only gave a copy to my boyfriend, and I don't worry about my dad asking him about the key, as he doesn't approve my boyfriend since he's middle class. I also hired professionals to install a security system around the house and property, and I am scheduled to meet with someone regarding the fences and gate. I have not tapped into the fund that my mom left since I started college to help with tuition, dorm, and other expenses, but this is an emergency and it calls for it. All the family pictures, portraits, etc. are currently in a storage. All other valuables that are small are in a safety deposit box. All documents are in a water and fireproof safe that requires a key and pin to open, currently in my room. I'm trying to take all the precautions. So, my dad is choosing to be with them than me, his own flesh and blood. I've come to accept that for some unknown or unexplainable reason, they're more important to him than me. It's hard, since he's the only family I have left here, and I'm really not that close with his side of the family. So once they move out, I am cutting contact with them. He's a grown man, and he can decide whatever the fuck he wants to do with his life.